What's up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostasis here. We are back in the world of Big Dig, and I kind of took the weekend off because I was working on, what was it? World War Minecraft and the server and all the problems that we had, and sadly, we have run out of juice, which means our glorious machine over here has stopped producing power, and you can see all of our little nuggets up here are now dry. Well, the problem we've got now is I got people that are sucking off my juice, so I pull one of these out from here, put it up here. I need to turn this down to like, I'm gonna put it on 5 right now, trying. Anyways, I can pull one of these out and put it up there, and that'll supply everything with power. The problem we're running into is, like I said, other people be snarking my power. So because of that, we're running, you can see, kind of draining in the juice right here. So, and now we're offline. Damn it, Bobby. It'll come on and off. There's not enough power to run the system, Captain. So I'm going to have to kind of make do. So this is something I knew was going to happen for a while. Something I've been meaning to deal with, and I haven't gotten around to it. So today we're going to deal with this. We're going to be switching over to renewable energy. So to do that, we need two things. First off, we need a fermenter, which is a forestry machine. You can see it right here. We need bronze, sturdy casing, and some glass. That's pretty easy to make. The other thing we need is a still. Now, a still takes the stuff that the fermenter makes, and it turns it into actual fuel that is usable. Now, the nice thing is you can either use actually, we may be able to skip the whole fermenter process now that I think about it. I think we can actually go straight to these refineries. Yeah, I think we can. So we're going to try that. We're going to start off with the fermenter, and I'm going to see if I can just pipe it right into my setup down here. If I can, it's going to save us a hell of a lot of time. So what we're going to need to do now, obviously, make a fermenter. So let's get rid of the still for now. The reason I think we don't need the still is the still converts at a rate of 10 to 1, i.e. for every 10 biomass you get 1 biofuel, whereas the refinery refines at 4 to 1, which means it's, you know, for those of you who ain't all that good at math, it's a hell of a lot better. So now I don't have a whole lot of 10 right now because I kept forgetting to put it through my little process. So we've got it loading up back here now. You can see it's kind of accumulating there. Here in a minute, I'll jack the power up once we get a little bit closer. For whatever reason, these pipes down here don't suck. You can see up here on the top, they're both configured the exact same way. And the input pipe is down there. So it's almost like it puts into here and takes out of here, but it only puts into here. And I don't know why. The only thing I can think of is that there's a loop between these and it's not going down the pipe for some reason. That's the only thing I can think of, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So either way, let's go ahead and make our sturdy casing. And I think we're going to need a hell of a lot more bronze than this. And then we need a bunch of bronze gears, which are made off of stone gears. So let's come over here real quick and crank up the power just a bit. Let's go ahead and turn that now. I'll set it on 60 ought to do. That ought to give us a little bit of power, but a little bit of time too. Let's get some wood out. There we go. Wait, I don't have any sticks, do I? Because if I do, I don't... Yeah, 45 sticks ought to be enough. We'll put those back. Oh, and cobble. Oh, we got plenty of cobblestone. Cobblestone will not be the issue today. Alright, so we need 4. So let's go ahead and make... apparently I can't count with my clicks today. There we go. There's our 4. So we've got that. We'll put that there. We'll surround that with stone real quick. There we go. It gives us our stone ones. Whoops. Our stone ones. Now let's do bronze. There we go. So now we've got our bronze gears. Now we just need glass, which we've got there. And boom. We have our fermenter. Now, fermenters, and I'm going to go ahead and turn the power off here. Wow, there's not much left. Turn the power off there. Fermenters are a little bit different than some of the other types of machines in that they run off of, since it's a forestry machine, it's going to be running off of actual, do I have any liquid ducts? Actual plants and things. And of course, I don't have that hooked up because I just turned it off. Ah! Wait, is this filling up? Oh, that's exactly what's going on. Okay. So it's simply draining from up here down into there. I guess that makes sense. All right, so let's come over here. Liquid ducts. We got plenty. Let's pull some of those out. There we go. And we'll turn you back off. There we go. No, we're going to need that upstairs. All right. Now, this machine right here, this setup is not very good if you aren't on Buildcraft. Pretty much the only reason you want this is to produce MJs, and if you don't have Buildcraft on or Industrial Craft, and you're kind of just missing out on the whole basic point of the mod. Now, we're coming upstairs because I want to show you guys the way we're going to hook this up to a farm. I'm going to need to come up with a way to automate this. We're probably going to use IMI, but since my IMI system is currently way the hell down there, and my farming system is currently way the hell up here, what we're probably going to do is I'm going to make a new floor in the silo that's over here in this area, and then we'll be able to do what we need to do. So we're going to come over here, and we're going to pull out a bunch of these saplings. I'm going to go ahead and pull that out, and that ought to give it the ability to do what it needs to do. You can see it's going to cycle here. All these trees are going to start to explode, and it's going to yank all of that stuff off the ground. So we're going to come back over here, and I'm going to set this stuff up for now on the top floor up here. What we're going to do is we're going to place our fermenter there, and then we're going to place our cube there, and hopefully this may not work. Okay, so maybe we just don't have the fuel. Let's go down here and get the fuel. Express elevator! Actually, you know what? I tried doing the express earlier today and almost died. I actually hit the ground at half a heart. I was like, you know what? I probably should just take the slow boat down. No reason to try and murder myself. The game will help me out with that as is. Okay, so now what we need is we need some apatite, which we got. And some sand. There we go. So we come over here, we put apatite like this, we put sand on top and on bottom, and we get a lot of fertilizer. We're going to make one more. There we go. That ought to be sufficient. Are we already out of juice? Seriously? Damn, you's a hungry bitch. Alright, let's get rid of that. And we'll drop our half-drained cell right there. Put you back there. We draining? Yes, we are. Alright, so let's put all of this other material back in here. I am probably going to need a redstone conduit here in a second. Actually, we do need that. Keep that. Do I have any conduits? Yeah, I got plenty. I don't know if I'm actually going to need these, but it's always nice to have. We are going to need a liquid Tesseract too. Liquid Tesseract. Just need one. There we go. Now, the reason we're getting the liquid Tesseract is I need to be able to obviously move the fuel, or the biomass, so to speak, from up here to down below. Now, odds are I'm probably going to need to make quite a few of these fermenters to kind of keep up with the farm, and I'm probably also going to need to come up with a variety of other farms to fuel this, because once you start chewing things up for juice, you need more and more components, obviously, to keep the fuel going. And especially to start this whole process off, we're going to need quite a bit. So I think we put this here, if I recall, and we put this here, I believe, and then what am I missing? Do we have power going? I don't think it needs, it may actually need water. All right, let me get some water run up here and we'll see if that fixes it. All right, so as you can see, we've now got it running. What we did to get it going is I hooked up a liquid Tesseract. This Tesseract goes to our water supply that we use to fuel. It's the same one that we use to fuel our boiler with. So I'm going to have to make sure that one aqueduct is capable of keeping up with not only the boiler, but the fermenting process. Especially since we may end up adding on to this fermenting process. I'm pretty sure we will. I need to make sure that this is stable. Not only that, but you can now see that this is pretty much rapidly producing fuel at a fairly decent rate. Now we've got this going, and this is now hooked up into the oil system that we're using. It's sending only, and this is taking this green snotty stuff down to the bottom. Now you can see this uses a decent amount of fuel. I mean, it's not sucking it completely dry. Once I get the power back on, we're going to hook this up to the power grid and we'll be good to go. What I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and cap this off. And then we're going to go down one floor, and then I'm going to create my nice farming floor right there at the top. And then we'll use that to do all of our biofuel processing. Then we'll use Tesseracts to take it down to the bottom floor where we'll have the refinery room. Now we are going to expand the refinery room because we're going to need to set up at least 2 more boilers. After looking at the boiler setup that we've got now, it does look like we were not quite utilizing, or well, we needed more power basically than we were producing. So you can see here all the green snotty stuff is going into the refinery. So the refinery are spitting it out through the liquid ducts and it's hitting over here in the tank. And it's filling up fairly decently. However, unlike normal fuel, you're going to notice that this stuff doesn't burn quite as well in the engine or the steam power thingy over there as the other one does. And I'm going to show that off real quick. You can see the biofuel's going in. See, the biofuel is now coming through here. This is now heating up, and you'll notice we're not quite keeping up with demand. Oh, actually, it looks like we are, even at this base level. I thought this was going to be a little bit hungrier than this, but it does. 93. Let's see, is it going to keep going up? Ooh, 85. And bam, 81. So yeah, we are slowly losing. But I think if we added another one, we could probably keep up. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm basically going to have to fill this tank to the brim with fuel. And then once we've done that, we will be good to go from that standpoint. I also need to automate the farm up there so that we have access to a little bit better supply of saplings, because basically this thing completely runs off saplings. Now you can use other things in it. You can use, I believe, sugar cane. You can use pretty much a variety of different wood. I know certain woods that are in different mod packs have a tendency to provide more sappy power or whatever you want to call it that'll let it cook for a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a whole nother farm, possibly 2, probably just 1. We're going to make a reed farm, I think, and that should produce enough stuff. And then we're going to make at least 1 more fermenter upstairs and about 4 more refineries. And we'll have that ready to go in the next episode. Anyways, hopefully you guys are liking this series. If you do, please click that like button. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip.